In last week's episode, we covered what blockchain is and some examples of why it is popular. As promised, today I will share more on the advantages and types of blockchains available. Blockchain is becoming increasingly popular due to its many advantages, but I will only highlight some key factors that might interest you. Blockchain is highly secured. Blockchain technology utilizes advanced security compared to other platforms or record-keeping systems. Any transactions recorded need to be validated by either a group of miners or validators, also known as proof of work or proof of stake. In general, these groups will solve complex equations in order to confirm the validity of the transactions. Also, each transaction is encrypted and has a proper link to the old transaction using a hashing method, which I will cover more in the next episode. The major concern in the current industry today is transparency. More rules and regulations have been implemented to improve transparency. But there's one thing that does not make any system 100% transparent. For example, centralization. By using blockchain, an organization can create a completely decentralized network without relying on centralized authorities, improving transparency. A blockchain is made up of peers who verify and execute transactions. It is up to each peer whether they want to participate in the validation process or not. To provide validation through decentralization, the consensus method is used. Every node keeps a copy of the transaction record after it was validated. By doing this, the blockchain network handles transparency. Next, improved speed and efficiency. Blockchain automates the time-consuming process to maximize efficiency. It also eliminates human errors with the help of automation. The digital ledger makes everything possible by providing a single place to store transactions. The streamlining and automation of processes also mean that everything becomes highly efficient and fast. Blockchain utilizes its unique way of data storage to provide a highly efficient process with trust, transparency, and immutability. There are 4 varieties of blockchain. Number 1, private blockchain networks. Private blockchains operate on closed networks, so they are suitable for privately owned businesses. Companies can customize their accessibility preferences, authorization parameters, and other security options with private blockchains. There's only one authority managing a private blockchain. Number 2, public blockchain networks. Public blockchain is one where anyone is free to join and participate in the core activities of the blockchain network. Anyone can read, write, and audit the ongoing activities on a public blockchain network, which helps achieve the self-governed, decentralized nature often touted when blockchain is discussed. A public network operates on an incentivizing scheme that encourages new participants to join and keep the network agile. Number 3, permissioned blockchain networks. Also known as hybrid blockchains, permissioned blockchain networks are private blockchains that only allow certain people access. These types of blockchains are typically used by companies to get the most out of both worlds. They make it easier to manage who gets to participate in the network. Number 4, consortium blockchains. A consortium blockchain is similar to a permissioned blockchain, except it is managed by multiple organizations. Although these kinds of blockchains can be more complicated to set up, they are more secure once they are up and running. Additionally, consortium blockchains are helpful for collaboration between multiple companies. One of the key features of blockchain technology is the way it confirms and authorizes transactions. Suppose 2 people want to do a transaction with a private and public key, respectively. The first person attaches the transaction info to the second party's public key. A block is created from all this information. This block contains a digital signature, a timestamp, and other relevant information. It is critical to note that the block does not include the identities of the people involved. As soon as the right individual uses his private key and matches it with the block, the transaction gets completed. The blockchain can also store details about properties and vehicles, to name a few. There you have it. I have just shared some advantages that might trigger your interest and the 4 types of blockchain technology. Stay tuned because next week we will dive deeper into how blockchain works and how it is used. Till then, ciao.